is also an innovative method for safe intravitreal injection. It is a simple device.
Chairman, co-chairman, convener, and my dear friends, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I am going to present my innovative technique of pre-injection paracentesis for safe intravitreal injection. In this, the sterile earbud is mounted on 26 gauge or 30 gauge disposable needle to obstruct the inner hole of the needle partially. This device is pierced into the anterior chamber till the end of the bevel is just inside the anterior chamber. Care is taken not to touch or damage any intraocular structure like iris, pupil or lens. That means part of the bevel is inside AC and other part is in corneal stroma. Now the site of intravitreal injection is marked and the intravitreal injection is given slowly and cautiously. Throughout the procedure, fixation forceps is applied to avoid inadvertent movement of eye and eventually damaging the intraocular structures. The aim is to maintain intraocular pressure across the procedure and thereafter. It is observed that during and after intravitreal injection of drug, there was no subconjunctival bleb, vitreous incarceration in the needle tract, and also increase in IOP leading to compromised optic disc. With the new simple inexpensive device, all these complications are obviated. While you inject the drug inside eye through intravitreal injection, the same amount of aqueous is egressed slowly in a guarded fashion. IOP is well maintained and vitreous incarceration in the needle tract would not happen, and chances of further complications are precluded. Also, optic disc perfusion is well maintained and there is hardly any need of post-injection fundus examination. I have been using this technique for last 3 years and I find it very useful. Moreover, the bleed is dramatically reduced. And the intravitreal injection of any drug, particularly triamcinolone or 2 or 3 antibiotics in case of endophthalmitis, become absolutely safe. For last 3 years, I have been using this technique and I am very satisfied with this technique and I didn't find any complication whatsoever, including infection. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Santosh. That was an excellent
Patient feedback, ma'am. 1 minute.
अच्छा, बहुत बढ़िया। मैं डॉक्टर साहब से पूछा कि आप इंजेक्शन दे दिया तो जरा हो गया। हाँ। चलो ओके, तो अभी आपको ठीक लग रहा है, कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, कुछ भी चलेगा। ओके, थैंक।
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Nice presentation, Dr. Santosh.
Thank you,
Dr.
ma'am.
Anand sir, your comments.
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Santosh for putting this up, and more than that, congratulate him on putting up so many innovations. It's nice to see you doing all that. I just like to say that first of all, routine intravitreal injections, we are just injecting 0.05 ml. So the concern of raise of IOP, efflux is very minimal. This is something which we're doing globally. Second concern is that you're holding or stabilizing the globe with the left hand. you're injecting the injection with the right hand, and you have this device, your paracentesis needle with the earbud suspended over the brow of the patient, and the eye is moving. Maybe you're stabilizing it. So there is a little bit of a error of chance of that device injuring in somebody else's hands, not yours, in somebody else's hands. Of this device is kind of hanging free floating over the eyeball when you're doing all this. So it looks like a little overkill for some AC parenthesis, which is really not required for a 0.05 ml injection. Yes, where this perhaps has a role maybe is, as you pointed out, when you're putting in a large amount of, for example, antibiotics, 0.3 ml, or if you're doing a gas plus injection in those situations. But the issue is you're making a procedure which is fairly invasive, a little more invasive by adding this particular step. That's my only concern, and those are the issues that I'd like to highlight.
Sir, thank you for your questions. Actually, you already said that is a 0.05 ml, but most of the time the bleb is formed in spite of that. So that means your vitreous pressure is increased, and that will come in the needle track. Many times you may not be knowing, or the incidence is very less, but the chances of vitreoretinal traction would be there. Second thing, if you inject triamcinolone, it is a 0.1 cc. So you have to do paracentesis in such situations. Third thing is, I have not seen any complication like infection so far. Fourth thing is, you are holding the eyeball, you are stabilizing with the fixation forceps. One. Second thing, I am not piercing the paracentesis needle inside. Only that bevel is just inside the antechamber, not going 1 or more, 2 millimeter at the most. So it is stabilized by your stroma, corneal stroma. I didn't see any inadvertent any injury in the antechamber. I have not seen any case. And it is very comfortable. Patient says that, have you given injection? Because dramatically the pain is reduced, because there is no rise in IOP. No IOP rise, no optic disc perfusion problem, and the needle track is very safe. No vitreous incarceration, no bleb formation. So very simple device. Little bit learning curve is there, that I admit, but I am very comfortable with this technique. Some company can come out with a small thing and the innovative or some modified technique, modified device, but this is a crude method. In our OT, we can perform it in our routine practice.
I understand. The only counterpoint that I would have to offer to this issue of efflux, which I think is a little overstated, but I'd say that you can easily do a pre-procedure paracentesis, which will obviate the need for so many things going on simultaneously. So much of ambidextrosity. You seem to be a very ambidextrous person. You're doing a lot of bimanual stuff. But I'm just saying, you can make a procedure a little more simpler and negate that efflux, if at all you find that much of an issue, by just doing a paracentesis before you do the procedure.
If you do paracentesis before your injection, what will happen? The hypotony will be there, and that will not help you in injecting your main intravitreal injection. Many times this happens. That's why earbud is pierced in the needle track. That will reduce the egress of the aqueous, and hypotony will not be there.
So that's what I said. This has value when you're doing 0.3 ml, 0.2 ml, 0.4 ml.
Yes,
that kind of
injection.
Maybe when 0.05 ml, I think it's a little. But anyway, it's very interesting to see this and encouraging to note your results.
With due respect, doctors, we have to move ahead. Thank you so much.
Points of discussion. Yes, we'll move on. Thank you, Dr. Santosh. Both the presentations were excellent. Thank you, Dr.